Hi, this is Melissa. I hope you all are doing okay, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. It is a blessing to share with you. Thank you for listening. I spoke on this topic a while ago, but I feel compelled to share again. What can you do? What can you do to be prepared? What can you do to make sure your family members have everything they need in the event of any sort of disaster, rising prices, shortages, you name it? And for those who believe being prepared is unnecessary, I am stocking food now because the same food will likely cost more later, which means I will get less for more money. Being prepared is also a biblical principle. Joseph prayed, but he also prepared. He interpreted Pharaoh's dream as a warning from God that famine was on the way and to stockpile food. Doing so saved the people of Egypt, Joseph's immediate family, and his extended family back in his homeland. You can read more about his story starting in Genesis 37. I'm going to share some of the things I'm doing or am about to do. I am stocking up on food. I am trying to have 1 to 2 years worth of food stored. That includes canned goods, pastas, cereals, etc. It also includes basics like 20-pound bags of rice that I'm storing in food grade buckets, flour, sugar, and salt. I'm growing some of our own food. There is just something to be said for walking a few feet out of your house and coming back in with food in minutes at the peak of freshness. The taste is amazing. Not to mention the awe of God in planting a tiny seed and watching it grow into food that is nearly as tall as you. Children enjoy the process too. Miranda, who is 12, has made it a non-negotiable that we are to go out and check on the crops every day. She's also learned to plant and to harvest. You might say, well, I don't have enough space to grow food. I'm growing all of my food in planters. All of them are on my deck. We have red clay, which means crops struggle to grow in it, so we have built raised beds. Right now we have zucchini and kale growing in one of them. We're going to build more because I've learned I need to plant much more food. And don't get discouraged if some of your crops fail. I've heard the advice that if you plant way more than you need, having some crop failures won't bother you. If you have some yard space, plant some trees. There is a saying that goes something like the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. When I told someone that I had planted some blackberry bushes, she said those take a long time to produce berries. My thought was, that's not going to keep me from planting them. My late grandfather has a pecan tree that has been there all my life, all my mother's life, and all of his, and he lived to be 96. Maybe it fed his parents too. This year I purchased a Meyer lemon tree, a tangerine tree, and a kumquat tree that are all growing in my living room. I also purchased 2 peach trees, 2 apple trees, 2 more blackberry bushes, 2 more blueberry bushes, another plum tree, a fig tree, and 2 tea bushes. The man at the local nursery said, "You're going to have an orchard." I certainly hope so. It is my prayer that those trees will feed me, my children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and beyond. I've learned to can some of what we grow. I have 2 types of canners, and I'm about to purchase another one because there are different types of canners for different types of food. That will allow me to plant more food to store for later, and it lasts for years. A great source is a book called So Easy to Preserve by the University System of Georgia Cooperative Extension. Other universities refer people in their states to this book, and it is considered the Bible of canning. I caution you to only order from UGA. Other sites have older editions priced at $100, while you can get the updated version from UGA for about $25. It has nearly 400 pages of canning recipes and tips. It also has little pockets in it for storing your notes, too. I have also purchased a vacuum sealer and a dehydrator to help preserve food that we grow and purchase because we can't always rely on our freezers, such as when the powers go out. We have been in our house for 3 years and had never had a significant power outage. But recently, when the power went out for about 10 minutes, when it came back on, I ordered an indoor solar powered generator. Why? Because when the power went out, all I could think about was the food I have in freezers. I can't afford to have it spoil if the power goes out for a long period of time. I have a light drawer in my house. That's what I call it because that's where I store flashlights, candles, matches, and so on in case of a power outage. I also have a couple of manual can openers and a propane burner. What if the power goes out in the winter? If you're in the market for a house, considering buying one that has at least one fireplace so you can keep your family warm if the power goes out. We also have an electric fireplace and an indoor generator that is on the way that will turn on that electric fireplace in case we really need it and there's a power outage. We are storing water. We buy it in bottles, but we are also going to install a rainwater catching system, a well. I'm also going to buy a water purifier just to make sure we have all the water we need. When it comes to going to the grocery store, all I want to think about is food. So I have pretty much ordered everything on subscription that comes once a month, such as toilet paper, paper towels, soap, deodorant, aluminum foil, food storage bags, toothpaste, dental floss, mouthwash, you name it. And don't forget the meds that you and your family might need. I also like to shop in bulk, so I have a BJ's membership. Buying in bulk tends to be less expensive. I also try to use digital coupons and to catch BOGO sales. Again, it's good to be prepared for any type of emergency. Recently, I was sick for an extended period of time. During that time, my family didn't have to go to the grocery store for anything because I had already been stocking up. If you haven't started preparing yet, don't worry about that. Just get started. Whenever you're in the grocery store, pick up a few extra items. You and your family will be glad you did. All right, go on, feel good, and be blessed. Bye.